Welcome back to the Gun Dungeon, guys. Out here on the range today with my favorite semi-automatic handgun, the CZ75B. This is a stainless model. If you watch my channel very much at all, you've seen that gun a few times. It's one of my favorites to just grab and come out on the range, get a little plate time, enjoy some ring and steel, and trying to get some practice in. Really enjoy that gun. But today's video is going to be a little bit different than what you're typically used to seeing on the channel. Normally I'm doing bail tests, or I got some sort of technical goal that I'm after, but today I'm just going to be shooting some and talking about a topic that I think is super important in the gun world, but not just in the gun world. I think it's something that we should all be a little more mindful towards and work better at being more involved with mentoring. And that's definitely a big one in the 2A community, because everybody starts somewhere. I mean, you started somewhere. You may have been a kid, you may have been a middle-aged adult, but you started somewhere. And I'm sure when you started, there was probably somebody that you kind of looked up to. And whether that was somebody that had particular skills that you admired, particular gear, guns, whatever that you admired, particular history, experience that you admired, there's probably somebody that you can think back on when you started that you looked up to. And if that person would have been a complete jerk, maybe you wouldn't be involved in the gun community. Uh-oh. Talked highly about it and then had a little issue there. Let's see if that happens again. Nope. Oh. I'll lay that mag back here. Maybe it's a mag issue. Let's try these. But back to topic, and it's not just the gun community. I think I've done a lot of maturing in the last, 5-6 years of my life, 4 or 5 years, somewhere in there. I feel like I've done a lot of maturing, and one example that I can kind of give how it's really quick to, when you're an experienced person and you're doing something that you're very familiar with and you're comfortable with it, and it's really easy and very quick to cast judgment on someone who doesn't have that experience. And by judgment, I mean, we all kind of look at that guy with his Taurus and his Uncle Mike's holster, but maybe instead of thinking of it like, oh, look at that newbie with his Uncle Mike's holster and his Taurus, not saying there's anything wrong with those things. Maybe that's all they can afford, and maybe they're a really good shot. Or maybe that's what their entry level budget gave them, and they're just trying to get started and want to go further. But there's no way that you can know either way unless you just talk to that person. And if you're not having a good mentor mindset, they're not going to open up to you at all. But let's say they did, and now you have an opportunity to enlighten this person and give them a little bit of encouragement within the gun community, if that makes any sense. I hope that it does. But like one example, and like I said, it's not just the gun community. I know I keep saying that without giving any other examples, so I'll go ahead and give one here. I've been on a bit of a fitness thing for 2.5, 3 years now, and I've kind of become one of the regulars in the gym. I'm in decent shape. I wear tank tops in the gym and stuff. Got a little muscle showing. So it can be fairly intimidating to talk to somebody like that if you're a new person in the gym. And typically I'll try to talk, if I can tell somebody's like uncomfortable just being there, I'll try to talk to that person and just let them know, hey, not everybody in here is mean and throwing weights and all this type of stuff. I do that. I grunt a lot and I do drop weights sometimes whenever I'm doing heavy, and I fail. But anyways, just try to lighten the mood. But let me shoot one more mag, and then I'll get to my example of today that my wife kind of brought me back to earth with. This gun is having issues today, guys. You're gonna see CZs struggling today. I don't know what the deal is. Don't want to go in the battery. May just be dirty. Maybe time for a new recoil spring. Maybe that's where I'm at. She does have lots and lots of rounds on her. But all right, the example today. So like I said, it's very easy to catch yourself casting that judgment or making those mental calls, like kind of what in the hell type things. And we go into the gym today, and there was a fella in there. I haven't been going to my local gym a whole lot because I've been working on the road, so I've been going to a gym on the road. Come in, and we go to a local gym, and there's this fella in there. You can tell he's new to the gym. He's not in very good shape. He, doesn't look the part, if I'll just say that. But he's recording himself, like influencer type recording, And, my first thought, and I even expressed to my wife, was like, what in the world is he recording for? Like, what are you showing off? And I kind of let that ride a little bit. And then later on, me and my wife were talking a little bit more about it. And she was like, well, maybe if somebody that's kind of his size or whatever sees him doing it and thinks, well, if he can do it, I can do it. And I was like, I'm an asshole. You're exactly right. I shouldn't have cast any judgment on that. I should have been immediately in a more supportive mindset, but I wasn't. And that was my bad. And that's something that I need to be more aware of on a day-to-day basis. And that really relates to the gun community as well. You're at the range and you've got your Daniel Defense and your Glocks and all this stuff, and then the guy down the lane is rocking something that is a $300 budget. Instead of looking down on that person, maybe that person is looking up to you. Maybe you're the person that may inspire them that you had when you first got going. We almost made it. I'm gonna have to clean this thing, and then maybe this spring, it may just be a dirty issue, maybe a spring issue. I've had to replace the extractor on it once already. Like I said, she's a high mileage girl, that one is. But yeah, when it goes back to the gun community, we got to recruit our own. We can't be the reason that somebody looks down on the gun community. And like I said, mentoring, I think, is a big thing across all aspects of life. But within our own community, we want to encourage people to get into our sport and our hobby, because not only is it something that we can share together as a hobby, but it's also kind of a lifestyle, but you're right. And it's a right that's constantly under attack politically. And the more people that we have that exercise that right and enjoy that right, the more people we have that are going to help fight for that right. So it's not like we want this exclusive community of just us experienced guys and just us high-end gear running guys in the community. We've got to take it upon ourselves to be a good mentor. Even in work, it's one of those things too. Like in the last, 10 years of my career, I've progressed up and up and up the chain, And now I'm currently in a position where I'm overseeing positions that I never even thought I would be in to start with. So I've risen well above my own expectations, and I have to see people that are just getting into my side of the career that aren't experienced, that don't have the credentials, that don't have the knowledge that I do, and not look down on them, but encourage them, mentor them, give them reason to try harder, give them reason to learn, give them reason to do a good job, and not just beat them down and make them feel like that they're not worthy or not doing whatever they should. It's very much a mentoring thing. And like I said, oh, this gun's driving me nuts today. I normally love this thing, but today it's giving me fits in front of you guys. Matter of fact, I'm probably just, if it'll chamber this one, let's try it from a slide stop. My mag plate keeps wanting to come off too. My floor plate. See if I can, there we go. That keeps wanting to slide forward. Maybe that's an issue. All right, she'll drop. Nope, we're done. I'll give an update on this old girl eventually, maybe, if somebody remembers to ask me. But yeah, like I said, this is not your typical type of video you're going to get from me, but I think it's very important, especially in niche areas like what we have with the gun community, where not everybody's involved. A lot of people don't even like us. So we're a very niche community, I would say, where a lot of people don't know, don't understand us. These people absolutely can't stand us. And then here we are. And we've got to recruit from all aspects if we can, but especially from this middle area. And we have to be good mentors in that as well. And that doesn't even mean just, you know, blowing smoke up their butt and making them feel good. Be a good mentor in driving safety, driving responsibility, and those types of avenues as well. That's our responsibility as experienced shooters, as experienced second A, 2A community type people. That's our responsibility. We have to own that. So anyways, hope you all enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and come back next week and we'll do a whole lot more shooting and jail and some stuff like that. Promise. Until next time, guys, stay tuned.